Susadai, welcome to week number 11. Room is a little messy this week, but that's just how she goes sometimes. So, pretty typical week in the teaching department. We had regular schedule Monday through Wednesday. I taught some reading, so that involves me reading a text in English, then translating it into Khmer, then kind of practicing back and forth with some English and some Khmer, and going over some of the harder words that the kids might not know with sixth graders. The fourth graders, we talked about a question such as, is this a? So like, is this a pencil? Yes, this is a pencil, is the response. But if I said, is this a car, which is a vocab word that they were learning alongside pencil, they would say, no, this is a pencil. Yeah, so the vocabulary words we learned are like backpack, hat, pencil, pen, book, and car. One of these things is not like the other. I just think it's really funny how they pair words like that. But anyways, the sentence was, is this a blank? So we were learning that. My fourth grade C and B class learned it a second time because they learned it last week also. But they were catching up to fourth grade A because I missed a week because I got sick. But now they're on the same page, and so next week they'll be learning the same thing again. Thursday, we had an all-school meeting. So there are 5 primary schools nearby my primary school, and on Thursday, we all got together for a meeting. But last month, it was at my school. This month, it was at a different school. So I got to ride my bike 4 kilometers first thing in the morning to this other school. It took about 20 minutes. I was super dripping in sweat and got to participate in the meeting. At the last meeting we did like this, they wanted me to compare the American classroom to the Khmer classroom. And I got 5 minutes to prepare. I had no idea what to say. This meeting, they told me the night before that they want me to talk about the difference between students in America and students in Cambodian culture. So that was better that I had time to prepare. Felt really excited that I got time to prepare. They also encouraged me just to talk in English, and some of the Khmer teachers were able to translate what I was saying. So, to compare, basically, some of the things that are different in Cambodia versus America is the classroom sizes. For instance, they are much bigger classrooms, meaning more students. So typical classroom in Cambodia is like 40 to 60 students. Typical classroom in America is maybe 20 to 30 students. So it makes it a little easier with the classroom management stuff in America. Yeah, so that's one thing. Another thing I talked about was a difference in materials. So all the kids here have their little whiteboards. That's definitely something they have. They all got whiteboards, markers, and chalk, which most American kids, I don't think, have whiteboards just in their backpack on the ready. But they also have journals here. We have journals in America. Usually, American students are going to be given more physical copies of the work that they're doing. Whereas in Cambodia, generally, they will write the answers from the textbook, or if they have a test, it gets written on the board and they write the answers in their journals. Whereas in America, they might get a physical copy of whatever activity it is they're doing. The other thing is, American students typically are quieter when they are listening. Like when the teacher's talking, kids usually aren't supposed to be talking. I mean, that depends on the effectiveness of the teacher. But an effective teacher, typically the kids aren't talking. Whereas in Cambodia, sometimes the kids there's a little more chit chat and a little more leniency with the chit chat. However, I do think Cambodian students are more respectful overall than American students, because they're very polite and they're very like, every time you enter the classroom, it's like, chew me up suet, teacher. And yeah, even just walking around campus, everyone's like, hello, teacher. Whereas you don't really get that in America. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't teach at the primary level in America. So I know in the secondary level, kids can be pretty disrespectful. But that's how it goes. And it doesn't feel like it's like that here, at least to the extent of which we have it in America, which is interesting to notice the cultural difference there. Why are students more disrespectful in America? What are we doing different? It's a rhetorical question, just something to ponder. I don't have an answer yet. The other thing I was going to say, I don't remember. There was another talking point. I think they get more homework in America, and probably less homework here. I feel like there was one more talking point, but I don't remember. So if it comes to me, it comes to me. And otherwise, I'm moving on. So that was the meeting day. Then I rode my bike back from the meeting. I was super hot and sweaty in the middle of the day. Took a shower as soon as I got home, and then I relaxed the rest of the day, because when we have meetings, we do not teach in the afternoon. So I didn't teach in the afternoon. On Friday, I got together with some teachers and lesson planned. And then I did teach 1 hour by myself without the Khmer instructor. And I noticed there's a big difference in behavior when you have the Khmer instructor and when you don't have the Khmer instructor, because they were not listening as well, and they were up out of their seats and they were playing with a ball in the middle of class. And I was like, you guys want to play a game? And they're like, no, we don't want to play a game. I was like, what? They always want to play games. So yeah, that was a pretty tough hour. Peace Corps does encourage that you don't teach without a Khmer teacher, and I feel like I should have stuck to that. But this teacher went to a funeral for one of her family members in the provincial town, so I decided I would teach. However, I'm not sure if I will do that again, or if I could have somebody else help me with the classroom management stuff. Another teacher did offer to do that after the fact. He said if that ever happens again, just let me know and I can come help. So that was La'ah. La'ah means good. So that was Friday. Saturday, typical routine day of chilling and doing coffee shop stuff, going on a bike ride. But Sunday was interesting. So first of all, Sunday we went, one of our friends took me and Ben to a swimming hole, which is pretty far up the road. We got to ride in a car and go swimming, which was awesome. I guess this is his family's property, that's right on the river, and it was a nice swimming spot. Typically the creek's pretty narrow, but it was really open and pretty deep, so it was good. And I'm used to living in Colorado. Colorado has mountains and the rivers are very cold, so I can jump into a river even in the summertime, maybe be in for maximum 5 minutes, and then I'm jumping out. Whereas here the water is nice and warm, and we spent a whole hour just soaking in the water. It was great. So I love it. Looking forward to doing more of that, especially as the hot season comes rolling in, which is happening. But then finally, for dinner, we had some, basically they're like Khmer spring bowls. And so my family told me to invite Ben. We had Ben over, and it was the whole family was having this huge dinner. It felt like a holiday. And I don't know why. It was just like random, like, hey, we're doing this tonight. Like pretty much a big celebration. For no reason, just cause. And it was great. So the Kamashi spring rolls, you stuff them with some lettuce, some meat, and some noodles, the rice noodles, and then cucumber and carrots. And then you roll it up, and the spring rolls are like typically that big. They have another name for it. I forgot. I didn't write the name down, so it didn't stick in my head. But I'm gonna ask, and I'll remember. But I probably won't remember to post it in the video. So it's Kamashi spring roll. That's all you gotta know. And let's see. They were delicious. Yeah, we made a ton of them. And then the whole family got together, and that means like my mom's siblings, which is, there's like 5 of them in the neighborhood, and then all the kids kind of got together, and we had a big dinner. And yeah, that was a nice way to end the week. So I was looking forward to that. This coming week, I got my site visit looking forward to, and then Saturday, I got friends coming to visit from the provincial town, or closer to the provincial town. They're both in other areas of the province. But I'm getting pretty stoked on that. It's gonna be by my birthday on Saturday, so we get to do some birthday celebrating. Yeah. And that's pretty much what I got for this week. It's been good. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.